Hey y'all, so I'm coming to you today and we are going to talk about different ways that you can use Eddie, the edible ink printer, in your cookie business. So a lot of people have this printer and a lot of people are on the fence about getting this printer, and I just want to talk about how I utilize it in my small bakery. So keep in mind that I do this part-time. This is not my full-time job. I do have a full-time job outside of the house, so keep that in mind. But I make about 10 to 15 dozen cookies, custom cookies a week, so I do it a lot. So this is a part-time job, but probably will maybe one day be my full-time job if the Lord allows. Anyways, so how can you use the Eddie edible ink printer in your small business? This is an investment. First off, it costs $3,000 new, okay, which is a lot. And if you're not a full-fledged business, that can seem daunting, like a huge price. And it is a huge price. It's a lot of money and it's a big investment, and you're going to need to use it if you buy it. So I actually bought the refurbished unit, which was about $2,300, maybe $2,400 with taxes and all that added on. And I also did buy an extra ink cartridge at the beginning because I wanted to have that on hand when and if I needed it. I always keep a backup ink cartridge. So keep that in mind. I've had mine, it'll be a year in October. So this is September and it'll be a year in October. So I've had it for almost a year and it has not done me wrong. All the errors I've had with it have been user errors, so that's my fault. But we worked through it and we figured it out. And I actually never did the training that is free when you purchase it. Even when you purchase a refurb unit, the training is offered free, 1-hour training with the company. So I've never used it, but I use it all the time. So I think you can get by with not using it if you're tech savvy. So now into the meat of this video. Why should you get this for your business? So for cookie business, the main thing that's going to be your bread and butter is going to be logo cookies. So you are going to want to work with businesses in your area, promoting them, and you can do that with logo cookies. They are super simple. Okay, so logo cookies are your #1 bestseller. Those are going to make you your money. Also, another way to do it is by making backgrounds on your regular set cookies. So if you like to airbrush, you do airbrush backgrounds. You don't need that anymore. You're not airbrushing ever again. I have not airbrushed since I got the Eddie. I hated airbrushing anyways. My airbrush always messed up. It always broke. I had purchased so many parts for it. Don't do it. Just use your Eddie and then we'll do the backgrounds for you, and then you can pipe on top of that the name, happy birthday, whatever you're doing. I'll post pictures of what I mean. Do those for your backgrounds. Don't do your airbrush anymore. So you have logos, you have backgrounds. Another thing you can do is you can do it for parts on a cookie. So you can do half of the cookie printed and half of it piped, or half of it traditionally piped. So what I mean is, I'll post a picture, but for like a onesie, you want to do like a solid color on top and then a design on the bottom. Instead of having to do like 5 different colors for the design, do the bottom part first, like flood it white, and then find the design on your computer, print it with your Eddie, and then you can flood the top whatever color you need, and you have the design already. You didn't have to make any other icing colors. You just have white and you're good to go. It's so easy. So logo cookies and then backgrounds for your cookies, and then also adding designs like a cheetah print or a cow print on the same cookie. So multi-layered cookies, you can do that as well. Very easy, very simple. My go-to whenever I'm doing sets, especially like baby shower theme sets. What else? So this is not cookie related, but back to logo related. You could print on other things that are not just sugar cookies. So you could print on chocolate covered Oreos or M&Ms, all the things. You could print on them, sell those as logos, and you don't have to bake anything. And that's another way to make your money back. And you could check pricing. For a lot of things, I check the pricing on Etsy to see if I'm doing it right or if I can adjust it, what I should be charging. So check the pricing for Etsy, but also compare that to your area and see what the best price for your area is and for your product. So those are just a few of the ways that I made my money back with Eddie, and that I paid it off within 6 months. And I had a goal in mind that I wanted to pay it off before, interest started on a card we used, because we purchased a business card for the Eddie, and we paid it off before we even had to start paying interest. So it was down to zero again. So I tried to do everything by staying out of debt, but I had this in mind. I wanted to get this Eddie, and I was going to pay it back in 6 months, and I did it. So if you can do that in your business, you can make hard deadlines and stick to those hard deadlines to pay it back. 1,000% getting the Eddie or any type of edible ink printer, I just have the Eddie, is worth it for your business. So good luck. Let me know down below what else you use the Eddie for, and I can't wait to see and hear some of your designs. Bye, y'all.